Hello everybody, I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about the runes, what they mean, and what they are. So today we're going to be talking about the rune Uruz, and if you hear, wind around me and other noises, just know that the weather is not fun here today, so you might hear some wind going on like that. And yeah, so let's get into the video. So the rune Uruz. So this is the second rune of the runes. The first rune is Fehu. The second rune is Uruz. So what are the runes? The runes are the building blocks of the universe. The runes are what we use to call upon universal energies and things like that. We can use runes in divination, like rune readings and things like that. We can use runes for Galder, which is actually a process of chanting the runes, but what you're doing is you're aligning your energy with the energy of the runes. So it's almost like matching or harmonizing with that rune, so that way you can experience the rune's effects in your life. So we have Galder and we have divination, and so those are two ways that we use the runes. We also have rituals, so we can call upon the runes when we are doing rituals. And I made a rune ritual course that's on my Gumroad page, so you can go to gebotheshaman.com if you want to check that out. But yeah, so three main ways of using the runes are rituals, divination, and Galder. Or Galder is just rune chanting. And it's rune chanting along with like meditation, because it does take you into a meditative state when you're chanting the runes. So yeah, so that's what that's about. So what is Uruz? The meaning of Uruz and the historical significance of Uruz. So the meaning of Uruz is, let me find it. Okay, so the meaning of Uruz is power, strength, bravery, courage, masculine energy, vitality, testosterone, and health. So Uruz, that's pretty much the meaning of it. And the divination meaning is health, determination, being headstrong, and has to do with sexuality, especially male sexuality. So yeah, that's the meaning. So what is Uruz? So in order to understand Uruz, we need to understand what the meaning or the word comes from, or the other derivations of the rune or word. So Uruz, that is the original pronunciation of Oryx, the bull. So back in the old prehistoric, pre-Christian Germanic times, they would have these massive bulls in the forests, and they would be like 10 feet tall and with like big horns, like huge. You know how like just imagine like a longhorn bull, and then imagine it like double the size or triple the size. It's just a massive creature. And this creature, this oryx, like it took a village to take it down. It took all the men in the village to take it down. They would go hunt after it. They would go run after it with spears and arrows and all kinds of stuff. And finally, like it would, like they would get messed up. Like that bull would just totally decimate them. Like it's not anything to be played around with. So this rune is massive power, massive strength, courage, bravery, masculine energy, because that's what it took to defeat that. That's what it took to actually go and hunt the bull, the Oryx Uruz. And so this is what this has to do with it. So power, strength, courage, bravery, masculine energy, vitality, testosterone, and health. So meaning that you had to be at your peak health to like go after this stuff, because it could really mess you up. It also has to do with like energy, like masculine energy. So yeah, it's so basically this is the rune that you would chant for health, vitality, more testosterone, and things like that. Power, strength, courage, bravery. So it corresponds with those things. So if you had like an issue with that, maybe you were feeling sick or just maybe afraid or something like that, like anxious, nervous, you would call upon the power of Uruz. So that's what that is. Like the Uruz rune has to do with a lot of masculine energy, bravery, courage, all that good stuff. So the divination meaning, so when this is coming up in a divination, this means health, determination, being headstrong, and it has to do with sexuality. So this could mean that, for example, like in a business, like let's say I was reading for a client regarding their business. This would mean that the business is healthy, that they are determined and headstrong to make the business work. If it was regarding a relationship, it would have to do something with sexuality. If it was upright, like the regular way that the rune shows up, is head upright, then that means a healthy sexual relationship. That means that the that female, well, if it was like a male, in a male's reading, that would mean that the female would be enjoying that side of him. So and then the reverse meaning, so if Uruz is upside down, that means ill health, lack of direction, lack of determination, lack of sexual connection or libido. So that's the other part of it. So if this rune is what they call, I believe it's called Merc Stave, but essentially if it's just comes up upside down, then it's, then it's just lack of those things, lack of sexual energy, lack of libido, lack of health, because Uruz has to do with health. So upside down Uruz would be ill health. So so yeah, then we have to, so that's what that means. Let's see. So yeah, now as far as using this in a practical sense, you could do what's called Gulder. So and again, guys, this is just an introduction to the runes and stuff. So you could do what's called Gulder, and that goes something like this. Like, you would chant the rune as in That's the kind of chanting that it would be. So it would be a meditative chant where you would, go into that meditative state, trance state, and just meditate upon the rune Uruz, and you would, basically chant that in Gulder. So I don't believe I mentioned this I think I talked about Gulder in the Fehu rune video, about the Fehu rune, but the same goes for Fehu or any other rune that you could come up with, like any other rune that there is, like Turisaj, Ansuj, Raito, Kenaj, any other rune you could do this with. So yeah, that's a great practice, great meditation practice. In fact, my self-transformation challenge here, that combines rune Gulder with a bunch of other things. So in one part of the morning practice, we use the rune Gulder to transform our energies from just this mortal state to this infinite immortal state. And so that's a great way to use Gulder in your meditations, in your Qigong practices, in your yoga practice, things like that. Those who have purchased this course from me, you know that how powerful it is. So there's that, guys. So yeah, so we have that's about it for the rune, so I do have my Qigong courses available for sale. You can check them out. They're super cheap. They're actually listed super cheap, so you can check those out at GeboTheShaman.com. You can go here, GeboTheShaman.com. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, please like, hit that bell button, and click all, so that way you're notified of all my videos. And yeah, so we have the Qigong courses. This is just this is the Cosmic Qigong, and that is just a basic Qigong course, but it is very powerful. But so that it is very powerful, and it does teach you the fundamentals of Qigong. So go check that out. As well as we have the Self-Transformation Challenge. So either one of these courses on their own is super powerful, but when you buy the bundle that is on my site, you get two courses for the price of like half of one course. It's an insane deal. So it's a really good deal. So check it out. So we have the Self-Transformation Challenge, which basically combines Kundalini yoga, with qigong, with meditation, with the energy of the lightning energy of the heart center, and there's also rune gulder in there. So there's, rune chanting in there. So yeah, there's that. And then we have the astrology certification courses. Oh yeah, and I haven't put my rune readings on my website yet. However, they are coming very soon. So there's that. They are coming very soon. So it's stay tuned for that, and yeah, check out my website. Yeah, so anyway, let's see here. So astrology certification course, that basically takes you through all the like everything that I use when I do a Vedic astrology reading, so you can check that out. My Vedic astrology readings are very powerful and very helpful because they give you I'm like one of the only people who does assign and give out mantras, personalized mantras, based on your own Vedic chart. And mantras are extremely powerful because when you do a mantra for 40 days or so, it just totally activates parts of your DNA, and it just transforms you. So it's very powerful. And yeah, it transforms all those things within your unconscious mind and all that stuff. So if you want power, check out mantras, check out my Vedic astrology readings. So with the Vedic astrology certification course, I will give you your own website as well as your own way to like I set up a payment method via PayPal, so you can get your own clients and start making money as soon as possible. So that's a great way to make a side income, as well as just you can turn that business into a full-time business, whatever you want to do with it. So it's very, very powerful, very, transformative. Could be very transformative for a lot of you. And then we have the certification course, or the the astrology consultations. So astrology readings and consultations. That is basically, I have my standard reading or consultation, as well as consultations revolving around your relationships and your career. So check those out as well. And then we have the birth time rectification, so you can check that out. That is wonderful for people who do not know their birth time to the exact minute, because a lot of people don't know their exact birth time, so it's really helpful to have like a guaranteed time that you can depend on to use for your for like birth time rectification, for predictions and things like that. So yeah, so that's what I do, birth time rectification, and it takes an advanced astrologer to do that. So then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So if you are not sure what you're supposed to be doing in this life, then I have the answers for you. And it's not me that has the answers for you, it's you that has the answers for you, but I have the ability and capability to bring those out of you and to create honesty in terms of what you want to do with your life. So that is a very transformational session with me. So you can check that out at GeboTheShaman.com. And I also have my life coaching, which is an ongoing coaching session with me. And It's more like a counseling session, honestly, but I'm not a trained therapist, so I can't call myself a counselor legally, so so that's why I just say life coach, because that's what that is. Alright, so then we have the trauma healing course. So yeah, the trauma healing course is great for people who have experienced childhood trauma or any kind of trauma in their life and need some help identifying their feelings and emotions and healing from trauma. So I will be putting some rituals in there as well. Some shamanic healing journeys. That's what I meant to say. Shamanic journeys to heal yourself and things like that. So that's coming as well. As well as my distance energy healing. So you can check that out. That's also a very healing practice where basically I do an hour of energy work on you and get you to heal yourself. So it's all very powerful stuff, guys. So if you want to check out anything that I have to offer, you can go to gebotheshaman.com and check all my stuff out. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and please hit that like button and all that good stuff. Really helps the channel. And yeah, we will talk to you next time. Peace.